Whoop, whoop. Coos Bay in the house. Yeah, no stress on that knife. When it's time, it's time. But yeah, thank you for reminding me. And I will show you a way to get a hold of me if you haven't figured that out. There's Gustavo. What? Looks like we're streaming on a new platform here. Did I figure out how to do that? Are we streaming on TikTok? It's possible, y'all. If we're not, we are streaming on Kick, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hot weekend, y'all. Yeah, out here in SoCal, really hot. And I don't mean the weather. You know what I mean. Yeah, we're going to be chilling tonight, so be ready, folks. Hopefully none of your favorite streamers are on, because we're going to be checking a few things out. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to be doing a little sky watching. We're also going to do, the streamers are out. Y'all know what streamers are, right? The streamers are out. Sky watchers are out. Bigfoot is probably out somewhere, I'm sure. Probably in Coos Bay, where David is. And there's Magneticus. What's he saying? Y ahí está Gustavo. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, we're going to be checking out some live streams, webcams, like we've been doing lately. And there's some new stuff we'll be checking out. And yeah, we'll bring you all along. Hopefully everyone's having a good start to the weekend. And let's see, drone show in Las Vegas tonight. Yeah, I wonder where exactly and what kind of show they're going to be displaying there. Those drone shows sometimes could give you clues to things that may be going on. I think I caught one here several months back at Dodger Stadium. It was before the season started. And yeah, I was on the freeway and noticed some colorful lights. And yeah, I think they're doing a test run or something. I don't know what was going on, but eventually I seen a baseball player and then a few other characters that the drones did. Yeah, exciting day at the shop. What do they say? Never a dull moment. Maybe we'll talk about that a little later, but yeah, I wanted to dive right in. Let's see. We've been trying to check out the national park webcams, and earlier at around noon, I was going to try and do this, go live and check out the webcams, because there's one in particular we've been trying to check out. And of course, now it's dark again. Earlier, just a little while ago, there was like one of the last clips of Crater Lake, and now they switched it up. It's dark again, y'all. Yep. Dang it. I thought we were going to be able to catch some of the last moments. There goes that. I had a feeling. He says typical synchronized dancing lights. Yeah, the drones, huh? And I hear there's still like drone activity that they were reporting earlier in the year out from Jersey, and then it like spread like wildfire all over the place. People are still capturing those drones around. I don't know. Anyone still seeing those? I usually ask Diesel in New Jersey, but we'll see if he pops in. But anyway, since that was a flop there, we'll just dive right into it. So there's a YouTube channel that's a friend of a friend's, and this gentleman is, let's see, he is from Mexico, and boom, we're right there, right into the. Let's see, he's got two messages in the chat. Yeah, very passionate man from what I can see, and he's friends with our good friend and my good friend from Anaheim. Luces en el Cielo Anaheim is his YouTube channel, and he's buddies with him and several others. So Alejandro is his name. Has some connections in the UFO field, and I've gone skywatching with Alejandro before, and it's been a while since I've seen him stream. Usually, he'll go skywatching, capture a bunch of stuff, and then does like a recap live stream on his channel. And I have not seen him lately, so hopefully Alejandro's doing well. But he put me on to his buddy here, Carlos Clemente, and you could see here they're in Tepoztlan, Morelos, Mexico. And they have he sets up these Skywatch cameras, which is pretty cool. And there's Tina C. Is he in the IC? In the IC. You're talking about Alejandro? Alejandro's in Anaheim, and then Carlos Clemente is in I don't know what part of Mexico, but he has several of these cameras live streaming. We'll check it out right now on his channel, which is really cool. Like I said, he's very passionate about the topic, always at conferences, and he puts in that work. And a lot of times his cameras, they're out there filming and they're live streaming, and there's not a whole lot going on. And in the chat, sometimes you'll get some people pop in here and there, but a lot of times they won't be many people. I think there's two messages on this stream here, but he has other streams going on in different parts of Mexico on his channel going on right now. So we'll tap in and keep an eye out. Earlier, I was seeing some. Yeah, you see, could be bugs. I'm not sure, but there was quite a bit of activity zipping by here, and you can see it's aimed up at a mountain. And Mexico is well known. There's Jeff Abilar, brother Jeff in the house. What up, Jeff? Good to see you. And so yeah, this is live now. So we're actually doing some sky watching while we're hanging out streaming here. So this is super cool. So shout out to Carlos Clemente. And so maybe someone in the chat could hop over to his channel. Watch, I'm gonna tap out of here, make this small again. So maybe someone could, or maybe I could do it actually. Give me a second here. Let me see if I could jump into the. Yeah, Jeff always grinding at work. Salute. You know how we do. Hopefully you get a day off soon there, Jeff. And glad to hear that you're back at work. Back on the feet there. right. Looks like I could tap into the live here. What up, y'all? So I'm gonna pull up Carlos's uh channel so everyone could go over and give a follow. And then his channel is mostly in Spanish. So a heads up there, but as you can see, there's no audio. So, more of a visual, but he does a lot of talks, interviews, and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Where do I go? There's a channel there. Looked like something zipped by there. Share. Boom. So, Gustavo, do you know Carlos Clemente? Maybe you know of him, Mexicano. And there's David and Scott stepping in. Richard, what up? 41 to 41 up in Fairbanks, Alaska. The battle says rods or bugs. Yep. And smash that thumbs up, y'all. Yeah, so I don't know. Are we live on TikTok? I wonder if anyone's checking us out over there. I've been talking about the stream key. So, we're multi streaming here on different platforms. And TikTok has been a pain in the butt to get their stream key to be able to add onto the live stream. And tonight I did a little fidgeting around and I think I might have figured it out. There goes the train, y'all. Y'all got your tickets. All aboard. 63 in Costa Mesa, California, says Jeff. Yeah, so keep an eye out for anything. Maybe even any creatures lurking in the ridges there or in the trees or bushes. Never know. 45, Coos Bay. Until I'll be quiet. See if y'all can hear the train. Let me know. Put an emoji train in the chat if you could hear it. All right. And then I got uh, a link shared to 2 months free of Spotify Premium, but then you could go with the plan after that. But it's cool, 2 months free. But I thought that was gonna make it commercial free, and I'm still getting commercials on the iPad here, which is all good. But I thought, well, we're like maybe streaming some of this stuff, we could put a little music in the background, but I didn't want commercials popping up. Let's see, we'll give it a shot. And it's interesting because when I do, this is all copyright free music. And when I do this, YouTube still sends a notification. And I think it's because of my intro also. It's a copyright free track, but they'll flag it and then it says that it has no impact. So it's not a copyright strike on the channel. But then it also says that the video cannot be monetized, which is all good because there's other ways of doing that if anyone's interested. But yeah, we could play a little something something. Whoa. That came out a little loud there. Sorry about that. Come on, DJ. Pretty fast pace there. And I do have the mixer, the deck set up here. Been scratching quite a bit. Yeah, them records and these little pads here on the mixer. And yeah, things are getting better, sounding better, having quite a bit of fun, taking me back to when we used to do it 24/7. Man, we used to make some noise. Probably annoyed a lot of people. There's Juliana. What up? Need the tunes to farm thug. Yeah. Whoop whoop. Shake your tail feather. Oh, wait. Dang it. We got to press play on this again. No wonder we're on pause here, y'all. Jeez. Glad I caught that. Let's fast forward here. Let's catch up. Boom. There we go. We're all caught up now. Now we're live in effect. We got things zipping by. Are they bugs? Keep an eye out. Seen some real weird ones earlier too, different shape. Scott B, how's it going? The Spencer Group. Is that who that was? I don't know. Let's see. The last track was Desert Funk Trap. All this here is kind of trappy, trap music. It's interesting how they use that's a popular word now, trapping. It's been used quite a bit these days, these past few years, but it reminds me though of course the trappers, the animal trappers. I wonder what they think about the youth these days, I should say, using that word. Magneticus, what are those? Are those bugs zipping by? Magneticus got those eagle eyes. Are we making some connections here? Let's see. The small world comment is coming up. Are David and Richard making some connections here? Right on, Scott. Good to hear that. Discord message. Not for me. Yeah, Discord's been a little dead over there. I post away as much as possible over there. Seen our friend Thin Lizzie Borden made a new I guess a new server, you would call it. Let's talk about the youth. Oh yeah. What about them? Actually, quite a bit happening out that way. And I just heard another big earth. Well, not another one, but in Papua New Guinea, I think it was just now a few hours ago. I got a notification sent to me. It said that like a pretty big earthquake out that way. Tsunami warnings. What happened to the trap comment, Juliana? I seen you put the little trap emoji with the cheese there. Stop posting YouTube watch links. What you mean by that, Magneticus? Are we upsetting Magneticus? Never know with that guy. I don't know. Maybe for Ozzy Osbourne, it'd be a bat suit. And we haven't even checked the other cams yet. There's quite a these little buggers are active here. David is asking where's Scott B. I think all the Scots. There's quite a few Scots that pop in here actually, and I want to say they're all from Oregon. Oh, we got a Scott in hang on here. We got a Scott in Kentucky. All right. I just muted the commercials there. We'll let it play so we can still get music later without a commercial playing. David says 10-4. Roger that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not understanding magnetic is here. Got it. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I still got to learn here. So do I got to give us an example? Magneticus is talking about posting links, and he had taught me how to like remove the cookies, but maybe I'm biting off the whole cookie there. What up? Anyone else on Insta? X. We forgot to mention X. We're on X Rumble and possibly on TikTok. This is exciting. I should do a video on how to, if it is working, on how to figure out your stream key, because there's all these videos on how to figure out your TikTok stream key. And believe me, they're all like run around. I mean, most of them talk about this agency that you should sign up to. And because every time you go live, you're gonna have to get a new stream key. So I would imagine you got to go through the agency every time. Hopefully, they make it easy so it's like quick when you need to go live, and you could just get the stream key. But Scott taking breaks. Oh, we miss you too, man. Yeah, it's good to take breaks from anything. I recommend it. Yeah, I'd taken a long break from DJing, and now I'm back in it. And yeah, got a first gig in a long time past Sunday. Went pretty good. Was pretty excited about it. And of course, I had all these like, not, I guess you could call them fears going on in my head because it had been a while. But yeah, dove in head first. We still got it. Oh yeah. Come on, Juliana. Hop on over there. Hit that little heart on all them platforms before I start pulling up redheaded black belt and Lost Coast Outpost uh, articles. I actually did have one, uh, and it's related to the wolves. I guess what they're saying, like there's like a second round of wolves being released into Cali. Is that what's going on? Juliana, I'm sure she knows. Come on, give us the wolf. The wolf 411.
Tell us about the wolves.
Bechitos, bechitos. Hola, lipstick sofrito. I seen you. Where were you? Yankee Stadium? You know, we Dodgers out here. It's all love, though. I don't act like those Dodger fans. Someone was talking. Who was talking about them the other day? Man, they cray cray. But I'm sure the Yankee fans are too. What was it? I don't know, but I know some dudes got jumped. Some LA cats, Dodger fans, got jumped out in San Diego. I think it was. So they were saying to San Diego fans to be careful when they come out here. See, I don't. That's too much. Look at that. So these things are zipping around all over the place. What are they going to release in California? I don't. Richard, it's a list of things. Don't get us started. Uh, wolves. See, Juliana. Maybe she went back to farm thugging. Give her a minute. Did anyone see these things zipping by? Is it a windy day out there in Tepoztlan? This is Aslan, carnal. All right, let's check out this wolf article right quick. We'll get back to Skywatching. Let's see what they're saying about the wolves here. Since Juliana doesn't want to tell us. All righty. Thank you to redheaded black belt Kim Kemp. And California moved. Okay, they moved to phase 2. I thought it was like a phase 2 of wolves, another like round of wolves they're bringing in or something. But California moves to phase 2 of gray wolf management as population grows. Hmm. I've only seen one wolf. I've seen maybe some like half breed dogs, right? But like a wolf in the wild that was up near Crater Lake area, Oregon. And I was like, whoa, it was on the side of the road. I was like, that was not a dog. Uh, Pretty cool. I wanted to turn around. I think we did turn around and it was gone by then. But yeah, here, what is it? Is it Siskiyou County starting to get wolves too? We'll take a look here. Ooh, quite a long article there. Let's see, as California's gray, I won't read it all. As California's gray wolf population grows, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, CDFW, is advancing the state's management of this species and further supporting communities where they are known to reside. At the end of 2024, there were 7 known pack of wolves in the state and 4 additional areas of known wolf activity. Most of those packs are in northeastern California, although one is in the southern Sierra Nevada. 5 of the 7 packs met CDFW's definition of a breeding pair in 2024, meaning two adults and two or more pups surviving until the end of the year because CDFW has documented at least four breeding pairs for 2 consecutive years. California is now in phase 2 of wolf management. Making sure I'm not muted here. Ha. As specified by the state's 2016 conservation plan for gray wolves in California. And there's that. Interesting. Who said that? Scott? Did Scott say wolves suck? Juliana says Modoc County issued emergency wolves, an emergency state of wolves. What's going on in Modoc? We talked about what was going on. It was actually Inyo and Mono County. We were showing that fire out there the other day. Haven't heard any updates on that. Heard something about those fires at the refinery up in, was it Modesto? Heard some news about that. And trekking 2024 says not good for hikers and campers. Juliana, not gray wolves. Half these suckers not collared are Canadian wolves, aka big sobs. Richard, are deer and elk so populated they go to bring in a predator? Relocating wolves is tricky. They hunt what they hunted prior, pros and cons. There are hundreds already. Juliana. Richard, the deer and elk have disappeared here now because of wolves and cougars. And Magneticus, are you still in Oregon, bro? Quite a few Oregonians in the house. Much love. We miss you, Oregon. Think about you, Oregon, every day. And NorCal. Trekking says take him to Canada. It really is. Take the geese up there too. David says he packed into the Alps and Trinity Alps. What Alps are we talking here? For years before moving to Oregon. Yeah, interesting conversation about the wolves here. And I've heard through a good friend of ours, the guys over at Bigfoot Wilderness Research on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, those guys do a lot of good work up in near the Bluff Creek area. Have gotten nice tracks, found interesting structures and stuff. So salute to those guys. And yeah, I believe maybe it was them. Somebody was mentioning something about possible grizzlies in Trinity County, California. Anyone heard of that, Juliana? Yes, sir. The Trinity Alps. Yeah, I've only driven briefly into the Trinity Alps. Was trying to figure out like a trail to go, kind of do just a few hour hike. Couldn't figure that out. But I went through. I guess it's like it's you could call it a resort, right? There's a resort at the bottom, like at the before you start getting up into the Alps, and you could rent these little cabins there. And it's kind of like I want to say almost like a little town, but yeah, I want to say it's a little resort. I forget the name of it. Could be Trinity Alps Resort or something like that. But yeah, no, we had grandpa had a cabin up in Weaverville. We've mentioned that quite a bit. And there's tartar sauce. Tartarian sauce is here. Um but yeah, grandpa forwarded. He passed away last year, which is yeah, unbelievable. And so the cabin in Trinity is no longer. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I love Trinity County, and yeah, spent quite a bit of time there and have had some strange experiences. I've experienced the orbs out there and found structures and different weird stuff. Could be Bigfoot related. But yeah, I've heard many a Bigfoot uh encounters and reports out of Trinity. Ah, Juliana's favorite stomping grounds, and David says his and his wife's too. Yeah, you see, yeah, Trinity County, and again, I'll bring up Peter Santinello on YouTube. Great channel to check out. Juliana, I shared the videos with you. He did the interview with the musician. I forget his name, from Humboldt County, and who is, I believe, the guy I was speaking to at the one of the Willow Creek festivals. I have to ask him, and he was telling me about the Willamette. No, no, no. It's either Willamette or McKenzie River. One of the two. I get those two confused sometimes. But I want to say it was probably the Willamette where he was like, dude, there's activity there. And so Peter Santinello did a whole video on Trinity County too. They talked about how it's the poorest county in California, but yet, there's a lot of rich stuff there. There's probably still gold in them hills for sure. And I'm sure now with the whole, you know, cannabis situation out here, it's probably very different up there too. I'm not sure, but Juliana and the locals are, yeah, it's back to normal. Doo, doo, doo. All right, back to Skywatch. Mm. All right, here we go. Look at that. Whoa. Y'all seen that? So Magneticus, did that link not work earlier for Carlos Clemente's channel here? Should I give that another shot? Juliana says, yeah, Trinity, poorest, most beautiful. Agreed. All right, we're going to try to share Carlos's channel here again. All right, here we go. So Magneticus, let me know. Boom, commercial. DJ's getting better here. So do I go all the way? Do I delete the question mark as well? Or do I leave the question mark? Full of baby lambs and pigs. Juliana farm thuggin'. Yeah, how are the animals doing, Juliana? Give us an update on the farm there. All right, there goes the link again. And if that don't work, I could post it with the cookies for those that don't mind cookies. In case this ain't working. Let's see. If it says SI, yeah, delete that to the end. Yes, I believe it did. So give it a shot. See if that link works there. And if it doesn't, then we'll give it another shot. Yeah, it takes you to the channel. So that's what I'm trying to share is Carlos's channel there, so everyone could go over and give him an subscribe, and you could see the different streams he has going on. I think he has 4 or 5 videos, live streams going on at the same time right now on his channel. We're just on the Tepoztlan one here. And I put that one on just because I seen all this activity, all this stuff zipping by here. I thought maybe y'all would find it interesting. And then, yeah, at the same time, we get to promote Carlos's channel. You know, get his subs up. And anyone else want to get their get their links out, post them links. You know, it's always hot link time when we go live here. I recommend y'all sharing any channels, any links, different platforms. And see, lots of shorts on her channel. Yeah, Juliana, we know. Growing like weeds. Geez. Are they? You getting views over there? I always check your stuff out. I've shared some of your. All right, Tina C, right on. Boom. And Tina C, hablas español, ¿verdad? So puedes entender de lo que están hablando. Magnético Atracto también habla español y puede entender. Right, Magneticus? Just say sí.
Salute Diesel in New Jersey.
Diesel, I got a notification. I don't know if you emailed me directly or if that goes all to all the people that are subscribed to your website. But I got a discount code that I don't know if we could I don't know. It said something about sharing it out too, but I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe it was just is it a discount for everyone that everyone could use? You know, Diesel has a website, y'all. He's an artist. And yeah, I checked it out. You got some new work there that you're showing. And I love it. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the discount. Give us the down low on that, D. Where you at? Yep. You see, you get emails if you're signed up for it. Come on, y'all, sign up. Sign up to Diesel's website. Don't sleep. Because you know why they sleep? We creep. Oh, yeah. It's destruction. Content sounds. The track. The track is destruction. There it is. Dieselartwork.com, y'all. Code. Richard. I see that. I know Richard has tools. But I don't know if he wants a tool here. Sometimes I feel we upset Richard. We don't wanna do that. But if Richard feels he could handle a wrench, which I'm sure he could, we could toss him one. Monkey wrench is in the program. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean. It's not going to freeze tonight or tomorrow night, but it is for the rest of the week. Yikes. Yeah, Woo Reezy, you see that? We're checking out, if you scroll up a bit and welcome, there's a link there to Carlos Clemente's channel. And bro, he's got like 5 streams going on here. Let's check out. See, very, very active here, it seems like. And in my opinion, la opinión. Anyone read that paper? That links to YouTube and nothing. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Gotcha. Roger that. Roger that, Magneticus. All right, we got it now. Figured it out. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate your help always. You're always helpful, Magneticus. Although I think we could piss him off sometimes too. Be careful. Don't want to do that either. Christine. What up, Christine? What voices? You hearing things? You hearing voices, Christine? Are you okay? Be careful. You know, getting wild out there. Let me tell you, and I don't know, maybe we won't. I won't even mention it, but I did mention that it has been hot. The block has been hot all over. So just a heads up for all you Los Angelinos. Be safe out there. And I will as well. And we'll be doing a lot more here. Because there's a lot of on my mind that I want to get off. And but yeah, we gotta be able to ourselves so we don't offend anyone. So did that link work this time? Mr. Hot Links here is dropping the wrong ones. I think I might have posted that link like 3 times. guiding people the wrong way. But yeah, it'd be cool if we could get a few subscribers over at Carlos's. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And I kind of don't want to leave this particular stream just because there's so much happening. These bugs are flying all over the place. Thank you, Senor Magnetico. And so Magneticus, I don't know if I got your opinion on these things zipping around. What do you think, man? That one left a nice little trail there. I wonder if they could purposely leave trails. You hear music? Oh yeah, all right. Right on, Jeff. The music the music's supposed to be off, but I guess it still plays well. Let's see. Were you hearing this song? And we were playing a little music background because there is no audio. Ooh, drum and bassy. Yeah, a few of them, some of them look a little sus, right, Juliana? Like, what exactly are these buggers? Look at that one up there. Woo! At the top, at the top, at the top. Anyone seen that one at the top? Zipping? That was a cool one. Right on. See, Magneticus always has some good advice. It's like a light whistle. Yep. They shooting bottle rockets. Yeah, much love, David. Thank you for stopping through, man. I don't know. Seems pretty unless it's like super windy and all this debris flying around, right? That could cause something like that too, I would imagine. What's all the logical stuff? Yep. I hear that. Phew. Another one zip by on the top there. Pretty cool. And you know, Gerald and Jane, Midwest Night Watchers, they set up cameras too. They be capturing stuff like this. Hey, what about the third eye? And not the third eye, not the fourth Magneticus. I know where you're going with this. I know how you think. Debris possibly over bugs, but still the trails linger. Yeah. Could it be maybe the trails are caused by the camera quality, maybe the camera setting? Yeah, we got to put all those things out there, right? That's what they want us to do, not just jump into that. Oh, they're fast movers, and although I think Juliana. Hmm, plankton. All right, let's get out of this trappy stuff. Let's see here. The whispering. The old Winky. Diesel. I've been I've been checking out your posts as well. Diesel's always got something cooking in the lab there. Probably editing some stuff now, I would imagine. Yeah. All right, watch. So we're gonna check out his other streams really quick. Señor Carlos Clemente. And we will do it like this. Bounce over to his channel here. So you could see here, there's 6 live streams going on at the moment. And I appreciate those little emojis. I just seen a little emoji go up on the phone here. Someone threw up, what was it, a laughing face? So check it out. Rosarito, Baja California. I actually got family out there. Been out there quite a few times back in the day. You know, people usually, they used to, I don't know if they still do, but it was a big party destination for SoCal heads. Go party in Rosarito. But yeah, it's a hot spot for UFOs. So they got a cam going live there. There's a cam also in Nevado de Toluca, Metepec, Mexico. Looks like a mountain there on the thumbnail. There's also the one we're watching at the moment, which is Tepoztlan, Morelos. And for those that don't know, ovnis is how we say UFOs in Spanish. And I believe you could use that in Portuguese as well. And here's another one under that, Skycam Peña de Bernal. Maybe some of you have been to these places in Mexico. And then here's 2 more. There's one at the volcano, the webcam. And this one's a tough one. Look how it's spelled. We've pronounced this one before. And then I think there was one time where I really had trouble pronouncing it. Sometimes you get stuck and then you can't get out of it. But this is webcam Volcan Popocatepec. Yes, Popocatepec. And then Atilxco, Puebla. Hopefully I pronounce it that right, but I know it's Popo there we go, Popocatepec. And I for surely couldn't spell that. And then actually Magneticus. Magnetico Attracto. Here is camera 2, bro. But I don't know if it's pointing at the camera, but they have a camera 2 over at Tepoztlan, Morelos. So it's a second camera at the place we're just looking at. So we could check that out, see what camera 2 looks like. And we'll enlarge that really quick. Big thank you again to Senor Carlos Clemente for all the work he does. Yeah, it's good to see. And I've seen these streams before. There was one, I forget exactly where it was, but it was pretty gnarly. There's all types of stuff zipping by. And it was a little different. It seemed almost like a meteor shower of these things. It was just nonstop. And it just didn't look normal unless it was like some sort of plague of some sort of bugs or something. Gustavo, ¿conoces este canal? Does Gustavo know this channel? Do you know of Carlos Clemente, Gustavo? ¿Conoces a Carlos? And you'll see, I think Carlos, he'll rub elbows with some known, more mainstream, I guess you could call some of them ufologists, and people who are in the scene in Mexico and in, if you'd like to call it, let's call it the Americas, South Americas, Central South America. And Gustavo dice que sí. Perfect. What's up, Roger? Yeah, so anytime you want to, and I think for the most part, he does this streaming quite a bit. And so anytime you want to do some sky watching and check out what's going on in Mexico, tap into Carlos's channel here. And yeah, a little fun sky watching there. Eventually, one day we'll set up some cameras where we could do that. That'd be fun. Quite, quite not there yet, but I'm sure we could rig something up. Yeah. All right. Uh, we will be talking a little Bigfoot tonight too. There's some stuff I've been diving into. We've been checking out those maps. And yeah, yesterday I was gonna report on it yesterday, but things just didn't go live. But yeah, we'll check out the maps, read some reports there, and we'll go down a Bigfoot rabbit hole here. Since I think most of us are pretty passionate about Bigfoot here. Maybe not Magneticus. Who else? Ro- um, Richard is probably not a fan of the Sasquatch. Probably run amok in his backyard there in Alaska. Tina, La Bufadora. Yes, La Bufadora. That's on the way to Ensenada, right? And yeah, I've heard quite a bit. We went to Ensenada actually a couple years back. Took a little cruise out there, first time family cruise. Had a good time, and it had been a while. I remember as a kid being at the Bufadora. So, can you explain what the Bufadora is, Tina? Is that possible to explain in the chat? I remember chucking some. I had some marbles and chucking some marbles down into the Bufadora, thinking maybe they were gonna pop back up or something. Yeah, I was very young then. And maybe some of you have been there. Yeah, here Ensenada, they say is like the little Mediterranean of that part of Mexico there. I hear a lot of wines being produced, so growing of grapes, olives, you got the seafood there, of course. A lot of craft beers being made in Ensenada. So yeah, they say the culinary is off the chain. And I'm trying to think, did we? I don't know if we went out. We might have gone somewhere to eat. Can't remember. But yeah, no, we love Mexican food, especially like that good, authentic stuff. I always say the tortilla, the Taco King, Taco Friday. Yeah. Let's see, do we have where's our bell? Don't run for the border. All right, let's catch up with the chat. What's everyone raving about? Yeah, that's one thing about this software for streaming is that when I bounce out of the chat to catch up, I gotta scroll all the way. You should have. They maybe do. I think yeah, maybe this button might do it. I'll try that next time. I think there is a button here where you could tap and it just scrolls you all the way down instead of me manually doing it. And yeah, we got a few unclickable links to share here in case anyone wants to tap in afterwards. Maybe wants to shoot a message, send some maybe some footage you got or share an experience. Yeah, the dogs are barking. Coyotes were out. They're probably still out. But they were out howling a little earlier, right before the train. And I'm thinking the neighbors' dogs are barking probably because the coyotes are running around. And anyone on pilled? No, not if you're on pills. If you're on pilled.net, the the site, I recently inquired because I I see that people are streaming over there as well, and I was like, how do you do that? They didn't have any options, and but they recently, I guess I must have tried contacting them because I got an email from them saying that that I qualified for being able to stream, and that they were going to notify me later on some steps that I could take to be able to do that. So sounds exciting. And yeah, let me know if you are on pill. I'll give you a follow. Follow ya. And if you're on any other platforms, once again, come share them out. Maybe you're listening on a different platform. Jump on over to the YouTube or maybe drop a message where you're at and your message might pop up here. I do see there's a little YouTube emoji on everyone's commenting here on the tube. And I would imagine if you're commenting on a different platform, that it would have the emoji from that platform, which I haven't noticed because there probably isn't anyone watching on those other platforms. But if you are and want to tap in with us over here on the YouTube, hop on over. I encourage it. Yeah, why not? Don't be shy. There's the train again. And I didn't see the train emoji last time. So maybe we're not able to hear it through the stream. But let me tell you, it's loud. It gets pretty loud. I guess depending on the conductor and how horny he's feeling. But sometimes it's just they have at it. So yeah, we'll get into this Bigfoot stuff here in a second as we share these different links, and maybe some of the moderators in the chat could post some of these links as well. You could find them on my channel there. So the Rumble one, I need to update the one that's on the channel because it just leads you, like earlier, it was leading you straight to the YouTube site on that link that I was sharing for Carlos's channel. Well, that Rumble link leads you straight to the Rumble site and not my actual channel because I haven't figured out. They make it really difficult to do that over on Rumble. And yeah, I haven't posted any content over on Patreon yet. Gotta check on that and see what's going on there. But yeah, eventually we will. And I wonder, I believe we could stream there as well, right? Goes to show how much I know about Patreon. But yeah, we will be getting some content on all these different platforms. And a lot of it will be stuff that you've seen here if you've been following any of the stuff, which I don't expect. But maybe some of you have an idea the type of stuff we've been sharing here. And yeah, anyone check out the little trip we did down to the Hotel Cecil. Today we had a customer come by the shop, and people have been asking about my setup because I set up at the shop, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I kind of break it down to them, and I have my DJ stuff as well, so it kind of it's like this pretty cool looking setup. Although it's all bedroom production stuff, it's not nothing professional. They're interested, so I'm like, yeah, I told a few people what I was doing today, and one of them was like, "Whoa, interested." And somehow the Lisa Lamb case came up, and he was, as I was explaining to him about it, the young lady that went that was found in the water tank up at the Cecil. Um, he started getting chicken skin, brother. Yeah, he started getting goosebumps and he was tripping out. And he was like, "Oh, yeah." So I showed him some videos on YouTube that he could watch. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to be checking this out later." But it was trippy because as I was telling him, he was getting goosebumps, chicken skin. I was starting to get it too. It's like this weird energy started, I don't know, started stirring up when we were talking about that. And yeah, let's see, did we share this one here? Again, this is the email. Haven't received any emails lately. I did when we first shared this out, but yeah, kind of slowed down there. So we're gonna keep pumping it out and see what pops up. Yeah, it's kind of like throwing the net out there, trolling, fishing for data, information, videos, anything. You never know who you might, reach that may have something. I'm sure there's people there out there in the world holding maybe footage, experiences, of course. But yeah, it'd be interesting to find some of that footage that people are holding on to and that are open to share now. Maybe they've been holding it too long, or maybe they don't have anywhere to an outlet to share it. You could remain anonymous, of course, or the complete opposite. We could, put your name out there and get the story. There was let's see, Bigfoot Society recently dropped an episode that we shared on the post section on the channel here, and it was of the Silver Star Bigfoot sighting. Not sure if anyone caught that, but yeah, that was a interesting photo, and it's on the thumbnail of the video. Let's see, maybe we could pop it up so people get an idea. And there's different Bigfoot footage that become well known, and they'll have a name to it. Like this one is the Silver Star Bigfoot. Let's see, refresh to share your screen. All right, hang on here, let's get out of here right quick. Boom. All right, there's the posts. And yeah, this is your boy's channel. If you haven't checked it out, come peep it. Give us a subscribe and a share or whatever, however you do what you do. And oh yeah, the cabbage patch. Actually, I got the cabbage patch right here next to me, y'all. We'll check it out here in a bit, but let's scroll down here. And there it is. Silver Star Bigfoot, Bigfoot Society. And you can see on the thumbnail there, right on the ridge, is a subject. And they get into the guy who took the picture. And it was an interesting interview. And I do believe that is the guy. And so if you want to hear a backstory, to this photo here, check this video out. It's already almost at 7K. Yeah, man. Jeremiah be rocking it over there, pumping these interviews out as always and just crushing it. And yeah, here we share quite a bit of different channels. And here, this one, hopefully, are y'all being able to see that? I hope so. Here's another, in case you didn't, let's see, because that's been happening lately. I've been trying to screen share and then it won't show on your end, but there it is again. Silver Star Bigfoot. And then right under that was a live stream that kind of pushed me to go to the Cecil again. And we'll see if AXN is live tonight. He's one of the stringers. I know one of the guys, Cal Fields or Cali Fields, is out in the Bakersfield area at the moment, out there stringing and streaming. And yeah, there's let's see, AXN News, but he isn't live tonight. I see he just posted something. And it was that Lamborghini crash we actually showed here on the stream also. And we did find out that someone actually passed in that particular incident there. So I guess he's uploading a video. Maybe he's not streaming tonight, or maybe he's on his other channel. Actually, AXN News has a second streaming channel, and it goes by Alien. Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Right.
Alien Alphabet
On YouTube. So yeah, Alien Alphabet. And let's see. Yeah, he's not live there either. So maybe he's taking a break tonight. Or maybe he'll go on live later. Last time it was like 3 in the morning or so, and he jumped on his channel and was I guess I had already been streaming over on Alien Alphabet. And yeah, I'm not too I'm interested more in the Southern California stringers and streamers, but I will check out other parts of Cali, like Bakersfield. They got, yeah, Bakersfield, man. They got popping up there. And Smoke and Scan is also live at the moment. We'll check in with him. I don't think we've done that. And so yeah, some Bigfoot stuff there. And what else we got on Bigfoot? There's the maps with some more reports being submitted here. So it's been quite a active week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of Bigfoot reports being submitted to these couple of websites we've been checking out. And so here is, I recommend these databases. I really like this one here. And there's a map. So we've checked out most of these reports here. There's a couple in California that have been submitted, one in Seattle, Washington there. So there's a couple here in Utah. There's one of them that we read, and actually I seen that another dot was added to Utah. But I read the reports, and it's actually the same report. So I don't know what's going on there. But whoops. Tap the button. I thought I was going to do something else, and it's not for that. Anyway. Yeah, so these two Utah ones are actually the same report. So we did read that. So heads up for anyone that will be checking that out. You'll notice, and it's weird because they're in two separate places of Utah. So maybe, I don't know, the dude submitting it made a mistake, or maybe the site made a mistake. And I've seen that happen before on other databases where this will happen. But yeah, seem pretty far apart in Utah. But again, it's the same report there. But there is a new report out here in, it looks like North Carolina. We'll zoom in there. You can see North Carolina there. Looks like Charlotte off to the left there. And yeah, quite a bit of reports coming out of North and South Carolina. And we'll check this one out here. I think this one might be a throwback. And it says here 10/3, yeah, 2015, 6:30 p.m. There's no height, no sex, no vocalization. And their disclaimer, yes. Describe your encounter. Says location was around the crossroads area of Murdochsville Road and Juniper Lake Road in West End, North Carolina. It was shortly after sunset on a beautiful, cool, quiet, and still night in the pines when both my husband and myself heard this very loud but guttural and rather ethereal yells coming from the woods, perhaps a few miles away. They sounded exactly like Bigfoot recordings we'd heard in the past, almost like a really big primate monster. There were two screams, yells, about 5 minutes apart, coming from the long leaf pines wood. Yes, it was the beginning of deer rut, but we'd both heard plenty of rutting bucks plenty times before, and we both agreed this was nothing like that. If I had to guess, the sound was maybe from a few miles away. I said, "Did you see any young? No, no footprints, no wood knocks." And then that's about it. All right. Newly submitted there. And let's see. Again, this map is pretty interactive. Up here, you got a few options. You could overlay maps depending on like the latest submitted, the past 7 days, the past week, or even 10 days. And then there's several other options. Let's see here. We can show that. So base map gallery there. Here we'll start in the beginning. Survey. Not sure what that's about. See throughout history. So there's a whole thing here. Oh, I believe it's where you submit your report, it looks like. So you do that in that section there. It says legend here. What's that? Okay. So this is going to tell us what the colors are. So this orangey amber color means that it occurred in the past last 7 days. So I don't know if that's submitted, I would imagine, to the site. And then the green here is reported in the last 48 hours. And then the blue one is reported in the last 10 days. And what does this say? K. Kilmurray? What is that? Okay. K. Kilmurray, I believe it says there, worldwide sightings map. So you can see these yellow ones in different parts of the world there. So that's super cool that they add that. Um, let's see what else here. There's a few other map layers. So there's the map layers. You can see naturalist observation occurred in the last 7 days, reported in the last 48 hours, reported in the last 10 days, and a few other options there. Ooh, something about hot springs. What's up with that? You know, we love hot springs. Base map gallery. Looks like several types of maps there. We love maps. And then coordinates. And you got a search bar there, elevation profile. And then you could add data there. And there's new reports, historical, and then the legend John Green there. I don't know. I guess you could add to his database. Seems like. Hmm. Anyway, cool website there again. And then we're gonna head on over. We've been jumping between this one and the good old BFRO. And if you give me un segundo, we'll get that up here because they also got another. BFRO's been on fire here with these reports. Because it seems like I don't know, they for a minute there things, I don't know how it goes, but I've noticed for a while it seemed like they weren't getting, or they weren't posting much. But then this past week or so, it's just been nonstop. Almost every other day, every day, there's been some new reports here that we've been reading off, and you can see the options here. Reports added recently, and so January 2025, Mississippi. We'll check that out. Reports posted since April 1st, 2025. So another class B here. We read off this other one recently. It was a throwback, also a class B at a Chippewa National Forest. And so class B, couple observes possible Bigfoot eye shine near road on north boundary of Pearlington. So report number 78460, Class B, submitted by witness Michael Stockstill on Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. Year 2025, season winter, month January, date 18th, state Mississippi, county Hancock County. And so I'm going to read this up. Looks like pretty long there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read all that. It's a long one here. Maybe just check it out. And you could see they got a map also showing it. So it's like Louisiana, it looks like. No, Mississippi, right at the. No, where is Pearlington, y'all? Did I just not read it? Mississippi. I gotcha. MISSI. Yeah, pretty extensive report it looks like there. So they definitely took some time to explain quite a bit. So yeah, new reports there, y'all. Check it out. And if you got any links to any databases, or I know a lot of you, especially the Bigfooters, you focus on your own stuff, and I get it. Maybe you aren't into looking at reports and stuff like that, but I like to geek out on that. Any sort of information that I could get on anything Bigfoot, especially anything fresh. But I'm into the throwbacks and all that stuff as well. Yeah, I look into it, and now that we're able to share, and here we are presenting it. So there is, let's see, also I was checking out the, let's see here. I was looking up for new reports, anything as of late happening in the Bigfoot world. And there was, let's see, I think this is it here. Nope, that ain't it. But it was a report out of Pennsylvania, and I believe it was of this year, and it had to do with the National Weather Service. And we'll see here. Let's see. Is this it? I think this might be it. Yeah. Right on. So it looks like something out of and this is through Brave that I looked this up. Bigfoot news recently. Let's see. Recent Bigfoot news includes a sighting in Idaho captured on and Jonathan Easley, Western Bigfoot Explorations. Got some action going on up your way. Sounds like. Yeah. On a captured on a video by an ATV, right? So there's video of this. I don't know. Anyone seen it? The footage shows a massive dark figure resembling Bigfoot crossing a trail. So looks like a road cross sighting, as many sightings are, which frightened the riders so much they turned around without hesitation. Yikes! Yeah, right. Whoop! U-turn. Uh, what do they say? Flip. Additionally, oh wait, no, we're jumping way down there. So yeah, that was Idaho, 2025 January. I'd like to check out that footage if there is any footage of that. Someone maybe post a link, or we'll see. There's also this second one here that got my attention because we'll get into it. More recently, a figure resembling Bigfoot was spotted by the National Weather Service. Yeah, y'all get that? The National Weather Service in Pennsylvania after a storm on April 1st. Uh-huh. That's when I was like, But you know what else happened on April 1st that was pretty trippy, I thought, was the passing of Val Kilmer. And I actually had some stuff to pull up. There was a really strange video. They called it his last post. I don't know if anyone's seen that out there, but we've been talking about this occult stuff, Hollywood and just secret societies, symbolism, all types of stuff having to do with that world. And so actors come up a lot, right? And one that comes to mind, that's it was the older Batman, because Val Kilmer played Batman also. Very interesting movies that he played into. All these characters. There's the Saint, and what the Saint was he? I know some of you might think that one was cheesy, but uh, was he like a Templar or something like that, or? maybe Zuit. Uh, and then what? The Island of Dr. Moreau. If you get into what what are they doing? Like homunculi, chimeras, genetic manipulation. It was pretty trippy film there. Of course, Willow, and Top Gun, and da 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 da. But yeah, people will look at all those characters and see if those things resonate with certain occult stuff, I guess you could say. And yeah, things pop up, and some people are really good at breaking that type of stuff down. Uh, and how the heck? Oh yeah, April 1st, right? We're getting into another rabbit hole there. But anyway, what else did I want to mention about Val? So yeah, he passed on April 1st. So it'd be interesting to see what maybe astrological alignments were going on then. And again, I would, if you're interested in this stuff, check out that last video post of his. It's weird. He put on the Batman mask and yeah, Diesel says Val Kilmer is Batman. Yeah, and it's interesting when you get into Batman and stuff. I had recently seen some stuff. What's up, Ivy? I see you. Cheers to you. Uh the I guess like the archetype of like the of Batman and Joker and what they really represent and everything like that. So it gets pretty pretty dark actually. And also I was gonna mention the whole Heath Ledger situation, you know, and that was pretty bizarre, I thought also. I think could this be along those lines, some sort of weird Hollywood stuff going on there? Well, not even Hollywood, but Hollywood and the other stuff, going on uh in that arena. Um yeah, it makes me wonder. Anyway, so let's check this out. So the National Weather Service in Pennsylvania, after a storm on April 1st, 2025, the photo, so this was something, a figure that resembled Bigfoot. The photo taken near Messmore Road shows that could be a lurking Bigfoot in the background beyond a fallen tree. This sighting is not isolated, as Pennsylvania has a long history of Bigfoot sightings. Yes, we know that. And is often cited as a common location for such reports. Yeah. Additionally, there is ongoing labor unrest at Bigfoot Beverages, with striking employees holding a town hall meeting in Eugene, Oregon on April 1st, 2025, to share their personal stories and updates on negotiations. Hmm. So, anyway, I was like, what? Huh. So, what, the Weather Service captured something here? What's going on? So I dug around a little more to see what else I could find on this. And what was interesting is that let's see here. There was a video that popped up. So that happened, I guess it's Fayette County in Pennsylvania, where this National Weather Service situation went down. And so I guess this is it here. Hang on, folks. Anyone spot anything? Let's see if we could zoom in on this subject. Actually, I see two subjects here. Plan Z is playing in your head. How you doing, Ivy? So yeah, I guess this is it. There's right, Diesel. It's always that pose, and like I was mentioning, the homie Jonathan Easley. There was a cutout that was shared by Steve Isdall over at howtohunt.com. He's been, and there's some good ones he shared over on his channel, you know? And then there's some that I'm just like, bro, bruh, bruh, right? And and there was one that it was like a cutout also. It looked like a Bigfoot wood cutout. And and so whatever, I shared that on my posts, and Jonathan Easley was like, yeah, you know, if I were a Bigfoot, I would pose like a cutout also. Oh man. Yeah. So I don't know, you guys. Looks like several other sites also shared this article here again on April Fools. But trip out on this. So Fayette County, this is where this happened. I don't know. Do they have a museum out there or something? What's going on in Fayette? Because there is reports out of there. So don't knock Fayette out. Let's see here, because I did find this and a few other things having to do with Fayette County. So this is Sasquatch Chronicles here. And this happened to pop up while looking for all this stuff. And you could see here, I know a lot of you are fans of the other Bob Gimlin. And yeah, salute to him. He's doing his thing, you know. And so it says here, it's in the Sasquatch Chronicles blog, November 25th. Fayette County Bigfoot photo. You YouTuber. Bob Gillen writes, this video is about a photo that was taken in October of 2019. Billy and Sheena's property has a history of sightings, and a skeptic become a believer the afternoon that the photo was taken. Obviously, we all wish the photo was better, but I think we're getting there. If wishes were fishes, we'd all be in the same ocean. All right. And so yeah, there's a video on this. And so let's see here. We can try and check this out.
Hi, I'm Bob Gimlin.
Hi, Bob. Let's see. We're gonna try and
Picture of a Bigfoot.
let's do this. Turn the audio off. I'm going through the all right, here we go. All right, time stampers. So are these here we go. Fayette County Bigfoots. I think we're gonna get some red circle action, which I don't mind. You know, if I think you should bring red circles and red arrows back. Yeah, because I'm having a tough time with this one here. And we'll see. The video is playing. See if another picture pops up here. But it could be a similar cutout there. I do see some sort of shape here. Pretty tough though. Let's see. Let's scroll this. There we go. Here's another picture. which I'm also having a tough time with. But interesting that Bob, touched on this one. And there's a few other out of Fayette County that were also along these lines. See, there's some red circle action. Let's see here. Can we stop that? Boom. Whoops. All right, there it went. Anyway, uh Fayette County, what's going on out there? Also, do I have anything else out of Fayette? Let me check here. And I believe I do. Let's see. Here we go. This is the paraterrestrial files. It's April 3rd. Oh yeah, so this is all right. This is gonna be it because it's not gonna be that cutout. So it's weird. There's several articles with that cutout that we've seen, but then in the article, the one we had read off of the Brave site said that the subject was near a fallen stump of some sort, and so this looks more like it here. So this could be the picture, but then again, it says here it's weird. Up here it says April 3rd, 2025, but down here it says new Bigfoot sighting in Fayette County, Pennsylvania, and it says Heather May 29th, 2021. And then I don't know what this 1994 here is, but it says let me click on it there in case you're not able to see on your end. Gotta double check this when I screen share. Yeah. Someone needs to smoke a bowl. But let's see. That is the stump there. So let's read some of this off right quick. Bigfoot sighting in heavily wooded Pennsylvania area. For years, people have been searching for the elusive cryptid we call Bigfoot. So, yeah, I don't think this is. Yeah, this says here on May 20th, 2021. There was a sighting in Fayette County, Pennsylvania. So, more coming from there. There's oh, Patty. Yes. So I don't know what's popping out there. Maybe someone in PA could let us know what's really going on in Fayette. Is it really squatchy out there? What's going on? Or are people just putting up cardboard cutouts? I want to know what's going on, chat. See what's up with the stringers. Might have a little more Bigfoot related stuff here. Oh yeah, we do. So we were mentioning Steve Isdahl earlier and some of the videos he's posted. And yeah, he just dropped another one. I don't know if I believe it might be his actual. He made it his. I don't know. I can't say. I didn't watch the whole video. Actually, I went over. I listened to some of it, but then went to the video that he was sharing of what looks like a family of Bigfoot walking out in the open. And there's been a couple videos. There's one shared to me like that I was allowed to share out. It's somewhere buried on the channel there, but it was the homie up in Canada, um, Sasquatch Confessions, and it was a pretty trippy video. I thought it was pretty good. So if we find it, I'll dig around for it somewhere on the channel again. And most like it's in the shorts. It's a shorts um, video, and it looks like a family of Bigfoot out in the open, and they're just kind of hanging out. Pretty good if it's a fake one, and pretty good if it's a real one too. So let's check out this Isdal sighting since we're talking about families of Bigfoots and being on video. Why, we want to check it out, right? Anyone see it yet? Where's T Bone at? Has T Bone stepped in here? Maybe he's having T Bones tonight and won't be hanging out. I know he likes to check this stuff out. So again, this is How to Hunt. Steve Isdal, howtohunt.com. The facts by howtohunt.com. And here it is. So we'll just run this. We did throw up our disclaimer, fair use. We'll go ahead and cut the volume. Put the screen bigger here. There it goes. Anyone see this shit? Are these Sasquatches? Let me know what you think. Drop a 420 in the chat if there, or put the Bigfoot feet emojis. Or there's the Bigfoot, that orange face emoji in the YouTube emojis, the special ones YouTube has. Looks like quite a few subjects there. Some look a lot smaller than the other ones. Of course, black and blurry. So that, that's a plus for me. Yeah. When videos are blurry and people call them blob squatch is very much a possibility that it is what you think it might be. And people dismiss it because the quality is poor. But then again, this could be anything. This could be a bunch of dudes dressed in black, face orange, frowning. There's Maggie. Cheers to you, Maggie. How's the future? Look at that. Those arms are a little long there, huh? It's like 3 little ones. Ah. Maggie says could be, but too far to say. Whoa. Look like some long arms there. And this looks like possibly running in real time. Looks like it was a little slowed down a few clips before that. Yeah. Anyone else? Any other opinions out there? Anyone else want to share their opinion on these subjects here? Sasquatch.
What?
Yeah, interesting clip there. And thank you to Mr. Isdal for sharing that. Let's see here. Making sure got all these videos paused. Boom. All right, more squatchy business here. Here we go. Always checking out for new channels, new videos, and in the arena, like many other arenas, take your pick, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, and I use those examples because uh, I know emceeing, you name it. There's always competition, and and again, like other Bigfooters probably don't check out other Bigfooters, and there's some that do. I like checking out other people, see what they're doing, and I talk about the different styles of Bigfooting. Everyone has a way of doing stuff, and in my mind, I would think I'm gonna share a YouTube channel that I think has been putting in some work in the field, and we've shared it before, and this channel recently posted some new stuff, and that is Mike Wanders. Anyone check out his channel yet? Anyway, I've noticed pretty new to the channel, but I've noticed that Mike does a whole lot of solo stuff, and he gets out into these well-known areas. He did, I believe, Bluff Creek. He did the Freeman site. He just recently went up to called the Ape Island. I've always heard it called Sasquatch Island, but you could call it whatever island you want, right? We know they're on there. And so he does I guess this one he had a partner with them this time, but in some parts he did some solos as well. And yeah, he puts in, the theme music and stuff, but he gets great footage. And a salute to him for getting out in those areas and doing that solo stuff. That's no joke. And he's getting out there, and people are responding to his videos. Um yeah, look at that. I'm getting an X message there by Bigfoot Forensics. I'll have to check that out. I seen Kelly Shaw over at Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization. I had also posted something over on X, a Bigfoot picture, and it just looked like that video. Also, similar quality like that. Looks like some old burnt areas, and it said Mosquito Lake, California. I don't know how old that footage is, but it's my first time seeing it. And again, it was just like a tough one. It was just I could see the figures, but some of them were just looking kind of weird. And I believe it was like a Google Maps. The footage was taken from or through Google Maps somehow. Um, so I don't know if anyone is over on X and follows him there, but yeah, I hadn't seen him post that over on the YouTube channel. And I believe he's active on Facebook too. I don't do the Facebook, but I know a lot of stuff goes on there still. Sometimes I'll hear some feedback of stuff, and yeah, so I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, that's what's happening on X. And so Mike Wanders doing a good job, and check him out, y'all. What else is popping in the Bigfoot circuit? Uh, think that might be it there. I'll double check right quick. Yeah. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. So again, a little squatchy business there. And yeah, if you want someone to share your squatchy business with, let me know. Again, drop me a message. Who else stepped into chat here? Let's see. I thought I seen someone. The battle. What up? Tic Tac. I'm way up on the chat there. Anyone else step in the room? Oh yeah, I did see someone there. Let's see. Seen Christine. Oh yeah. Said what's up to tartar sauce. And again, I've been trying to figure out this streaming service used to let me put like the titles of the videos. So I think now it's like by default it's saying welcome to our live stream tonight. Some like that. Took me a second. Gotta get faster on those cues. What's the process of elimination? Uh-oh. We getting eliminated here. What's going on, Juliana? Yeah, what the heck was I gonna say about streaming? I forgot. Yeah. All right, email again. Boom, there it is, y'all. Get at me. Drop your even to say what's up. Or you want to maybe get my number? We could send each other messages. We could do it like that or through email, however you like. Spoke to Tate Hieronymus earlier. And yeah, sounds like he's doing okay now. He was going through a few things there. You know, life throws them curveballs. And sometimes you got to dodge them. All right. What else? Before we get into anything else, let's see what's going on with our friend Jackie the Eagle up in Big Bear. You know what? I had pulled this up earlier thinking we were going to maybe use it, but we didn't. Let's see. Okay. Y'all can see that there? Oh, yeah. Africa. Let's spin this baby. Look, it's round. I don't mind if it's round, flat. Who minds? Does anyone mind? The earth is flat. I don't. Let's see here. Where are we at? I think we're somewhere down here. Where are you at? Yeah, maybe next time we'll have a little fun with the map here. But yeah, the eagle. Let's see. We've been checking on the eagle lately, and it'd be nice to check on Jackie and see how she's doing. I think about her. What else? I've been hearing there's a few. There's a whale stranded here. I don't know if it's Long Beach here in Southern California. If you look into some of the news out here, I'm sure you could find it. And I believe it's a minke whale. Anyone familiar with those? Which I believe is also pretty rare. We had a whale shark go by also several weeks back. Anyone hear about the whale? And prayers out to the whale. Hopefully, gets out of that situation. Quite a marine life suffering out here. You know, we talked about the algae situation happening. Let's see here. All right, that's not working. I think that might have been the condor cam. I'm looking for the eagle cam, and here we go. There it is. Anything good we should check out tonight? Anyone watching anything interesting? We could share those links also, you know. Yeah, we didn't check on see ooh. I see Mike Patterson is on live, Sasquatch, Ontario. I'm sure a bunch of you are probably heading over there if you got notified and see what he's talking about. Looks like he has a buddy on there. And I'm sure it's pretty late for them out there. Maybe are they squatching live? What's going on? Sasquatch Ontario live. Maybe we should go check that out. I do think I heard him mention about doing more live streams and stuff. So I do see Jackie in there in the nest. Seems like a pretty chill night, not too much wind. Things are warming up out here. And let's see, I don't see any of you in the chat over there. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he's saying and what he's doing. Oh, let's maybe turn it up. Here we go.
Trying to keep up here with the comments.
Can listen in a little bit here. Looks like he has a buddy with him.
With us. Thanks. I guess we'll do Australia, man.
All right. Don't sound like much going on there, but we'll check that out. And I did want to check on some of the stringers right quick. So just bear with us. Let's see what's going on in the city, y'all. We'll check out maybe a smoke and scan. See what he has popping. So let's pull up smoke and scan over on YouTube. Boom. And he is still
459 burglaries.
heads up here.
I wish I could find a couple, but I don't know what I could use for burglaries.
And you can see he's got his
There's inspiration everywhere. Smoke and scan, damn.
his cat Stinks there.
SUV taken over.
That's the
Oh,
name
no.
of the cat.
Sorry, I missed that. Swap.
And it looks like I don't know, it might be Figueroa.
Put a cigarette out on her face. Sheesh. Oh my God.
Ouch.
So hold on. Someone got assaulted with a cigarette being put out on their face. And we had somebody beat with an iron tonight.
Impressive.
Yikes.
I agree, Darth. I'd say the world's going to shit, wouldn't you say, Darth?
That is correct.
Like I said, it was
Someone just got hit by a car, Vermont 6.
Ooh. Yeah, actually, a buddy of ours got hit by a car, came by the shop, was telling me about it.
A fire alarm beep?
The block.
What do I need a fire alarm beep for?
And
for fires?
Well,
For fires, there's so much stuff. You'd be surprised on how many songs are all about fire.
I don't know.
The flames went higher, and it burns.
It's just,
I mean, dude, there's just so many. I have more.
Close to.
Let's see. There's just fire alarms.
Yeah.
The fire rises.
A little person. What the heck was that?
Let me try attention!
Fire! I have made fire! I have made fire!
Fire! Fire! Fire! Fire! Fire! Fire!
See? You don't think about it. And I assure you, if I went.
Give me 1 second. Last week we shared something that happened locally as well. A youth, that got taken out. And so it happened again last Friday, I believe. And So that was Southern California here. That's Los Angeles. I'm sure he's restreaming one of the stringers there. And here it is. I'll scroll through here slowly in case anyone's interested. And yeah, scary stuff. Things are active. And yeah, a few other things happening nearby. Let's see if I could show you. This was earlier today. And so I left a little bit early. Yeah, I left the shop a little bit early because things were just a little sketchy out there. And yeah, I don't know. Just keeping the head on the swivel, like they say, right? And being aware of the surroundings, no matter where you're at. And there's a whole lot more happening. Like I said, when you check out these stringers, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make it into the news. And so you're able to get information that way. And yeah, it's just scary. It is scary, I could tell you. But yeah, you gotta, continue living, moving on, stay out of the BS. And yeah, pray for those in need. I think yeah, I don't know. It's a wild world. And there's Bomber. What's up, Bomber? I seen Bomber. I'm like, oh, check the mute button. We're not on mute, thank goodness. And I don't think I did that tonight, so, or at least not yet. So thank goodness for that. Getting a little better at it. And we've been flowing pretty smooth here, I think. Not too many hiccups. Yeah, much love to you, Bomber. And I seen your message. I seen a lot of your messages. Still haven't responded to some, but yeah, you mentioned about how you appreciated my love for the animals and stuff like that. We were talking about wolves earlier. You might have missed that. And maybe you're not a fan of wolves. Are you a timber wolf fan? Yeah. Yeah, I care about animals. I like animals. Some of the dangerous ones, yeah, you might want to keep your distance, right? But yeah, no, I could get down with most animals and I let them be. I don't, I'm not much of a hunter. I do more mushroom hunting, if anything. And speaking of mushrooms, I'm sipping on my mud coffee here. Oh yeah. Cheers. So the Cabbage Patch. It was weird how this popped up. We were, let's see, it was the Cryptid Huntress on one of her last live streams had brought up, and she's brought it up before, the particular show that we had on the whole reset, the orphan trains, Cabbage Patch Kids, having to do with the old world, repopulation, inheritors, and all that. And And she brought that up on the live stream. And then a few hours later, her and I were texting. And then out of nowhere, my brother pops up this Cabbage Patch doll. It's still in the box. And yeah, it's creepy as ever. Oh, come on, camera. How do you do this? Gotta learn how to do that. Can't share this. Now she won't show. She showed herself for a little bit there. Let's see, maybe if we deactivate the camera. This is how I activate and deactivate the camera. Interesting. Just focuses on my face. Whatever. And so, yeah, yeah, interesting and weird how that just popped up. Dragonfly says one of her girls still has hers. Wow. What's up, girl? Garrel was having and I didn't check it out, a creepy movie night. Is that over? If not, Garrel over on Rumble, they're doing a creepy movie night, y'all. Go get your popcorn. I haven't been able to watch movies lately. I can't sit down and watch movies. And there's Fast Hammy pulling up, screeching tires. Good to see you, Fast Hammy. Cheers. But yeah, I wonder what movie they're watching over there. I gotta go check out, and I hear he's getting quite a bit of views. He's gonna have to open up a theater to let all the people in over there. And yeah, if movie night's still on, let us know, Garrow. We'll hop on over there. I'll go say what's up. I was kind of prepping, getting all this together, and luckily I was able to pull it off. At least thus far. And we're just about at the end of stuff here. Did quite a few shares, and I think I was able to figure out. I don't know if you just popped in, Garrel. Check out Midwest Night Watchers on YouTube. They're on TikTok as well, Insta, Rumble, and other platforms. And I see you're gonna have Heidi pop on this weekend. Did that just pop up in my feed, or am I seeing things? What's going on? Super cool. And yeah, I also had some videos I wanted to share and everything. I don't know if we're going to get into all that tonight. Yeah, like stuff like this. Let's see. Could we share this? Oh, yeah, we could. All right. Let's see. This is a recent, so you can see a little dot there at the tail of this sheriff's helicopter. I guess that's the only picture. I thought I had more. I thought I had made a little slide, but I guess not. But in the actual video, you will not see this go by at all. It just completely non-visible. But I slowed the video down, and of course, these things are there. Close that. What else did I have here? Yeah, I guess we could skip all that. I got a fun little. I was looking into countdowns. I want to add a little countdown in the beginning of the stream. And so over on CapCut, I found the little countdown thing, but I guess it's a template, so you got to add a video to it. And so I was just wanting to check it out, so I threw in one of the old night vision clips, which is in my intro, but it CapCut it up. And so we could check that out right quick. If y'all want to peep it. Yeah, let's peep it right quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Face in your face.
What the hell is going on down there?
Face in your face.
Ha. Little CapCutty TikToky. Anyone like it? Maybe? No? Whack? Okay. What else is next? Yeah, well, let's wrap it up. Call it good. Let's get litty. I got some trees. Oh, actually, we got some new products at the shop too. Anyone interested in Puffco? Yeah, we got the new little units. Let's see. Where are you at, man? This is terrible. There we go. There it is. Puffco unit. Very compact compared to their other units. Available at Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop. Get at me. Let's see. It's official. Get out what you put in. Hey. Yeah, look these up if you don't know what they are. Puffco. Several units available. Hit us up. Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop, 3925 East Olympic Boulevard, Los Angeles, East Los Angeles, California, 90032. And yeah, there's been some new little bits of gear coming in here. We'll try to show this here. Let's see. Come on. Da-da-da. Let's go this way. Da-da-da-da-da. That was a gift from bro. Let's see. It's a trowel. And yeah, shovel, hex wrench, saw, bottle opener, nail puller. Yeah, for your toenails. And a ruler. Oh yeah, poor camera. Like, I don't know where to point. Jeez, we got to figure that out. Sure, there's a way to not have that happen. There we go. At least you can see part of it. Maybe we'll be strapping that to our belts. There's still a few other couple pieces of gear that I've been talking about that we'll be sharing. Still not feeling it tonight, but it's a surprise. You're gonna trip out. You're gonna be like, oh wow. And Garrel, I need to get back to Garrel on some things. And yeah, that's what's been popping in my world today. And I'm glad to bring you all along. And we'll be hopefully doing this later. Maybe we'll try at the shop tomorrow, depending how things flow. But yeah, I want to appreciate everyone for coming out, hanging out. Appreciate your support to all the new members as well. Yeah. Big round of applause to y'all as well. What else is going on? I'm sure I'm gonna forget something here. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, no, maybe. Yeah, wrong answer. All right, let's head on out, y'all. Let's throw in a little vibes before we cut the stream. And if I missed any messages, drop me a message. Let me know. I share plenty of links and ways for you to get at me. And I'm not hard to get a hold of. Not hard to get a hold of, no. And what else? Yeah. We're skipping this commercial right quick. Give it a second. We'll pull up a track. And we'll hit our outro. And on the outro, you'll see a few ads. It still has Brown Dwarf on it. Switch that brown to Bigfoot, and it'll lead you to those platforms. Again, everyone, stay safe. Stay dangerous. Like Chuck Norris, they say, right? Chuck Norris is a dangerous dude. And we out.